Hello everyone, this is Priyanshu, Assistant Professor of Science from Bihar University. Today we will talk about soil erosion. This topic we discussed related to a soil profile. So before we will discuss soil profile. After that, we will discuss soil horizon. Let's see what is a soil profile. In short term, we can say a soil profile is a vertical section uh, of horizon. From the surface, soil looks similar. However, the soil as a profile with its distinct characteristics in a different layer below a slow and signature of its genesis and importance for a plant growth. A soil profile may be defined as a vertical section of the soil that it is exposed when soil is dug down on the surface. In the other words, the exposition of set of horizon from the ground surface to the parent rocks is termed as a soil profile. Soil profile is an important tool for a nutrient managers for a pedology, the study of a soil pattern, and edapology, the study of soil fertility and management, who can interrupt various signature of a soil forming factors. Soil horizons is a layer generally parallel to the soil surface. Soil horizons differ in terms of various parameters such as color, structure, and texture, boundaries, thickness, and other details such as lime, iron, nodulations, and root density and designations of a horizon are confirmed in terms of physical, chemical, and mineralogical properties with the help of the laboratory data. Capital letters of O, A, B, E, C, and F are used to designate specific soil horizon. Each capital letter, along with its description of horizon, the O horizon, refers to a organic matter connecting soil layer mixed with mineral matter. His horizon is usually common in forest floor. Horizon may be two types. First one, O1, is a decomposed matter of known as horizon, say leaves, and O horizon, well decomposed organic matter. So the next one is A horizon is the topmost surface soil horizon connecting a partially decomposed organic matter, which rarely exceeds 1% soil organic carbon in India's Indian soil under agriculture. A horizon is the layer where maximum biological activities are observed as is evidenced by a known microorganism and roots. The E horizon was not in the older version of the uh, textbook of soils and soil surface staff USA introduced it to denote a soil layer which is depleted in a term of clay, iron, and aluminum oxide. The horizon is known as the alluvial horizon. Uh, the horizon is a zone of accumulation. The process of accumulation is called elevations, and the clay mostly translocated from the E horizon along with iron aluminum oxides flow as a clay in the B horizon in the soil known as alphisols and altisols. The B horizon can be divided into a B1 and B2 and B3 depending on a slight variation of a texture, structure, and other physical and chemical parameters. For instance, B horizon in a black soil, white soil with slackness sites is denoted as a BSS. Uh, the C horizon is the horizon which denoted the parent material identically is should be the material from which the soil above is formed. The since many soils are the translocated by the water and or air, the sea horizon may not have the parental legacy. Um, with the above horizon in the transition of the B and C horizon, sometimes a layer may be seen which has the mixed property of the B and C horizon, and such as a layer is designated as the BC horizon. The CR horizon below the sea horizon in the layer of bedrocks. Unlike the above layers, it is the composed mainly of the consolidated masses of hard rocks and cannot be dug easily. Beside this horizon, there are D and L layers in literally, the D layers refers to a horizon which is not the C and B, and that the L horizon refers to limit materials consisting of concrete and diatoms and all the mar layers. According to layers, most important is the topsoil and subsoils. And what is the difference between topsoil and subsoils? B by a large and surface horizon varying from 0 to 15 and 15 to 25 centimeter depth and the mostly consisting of the horizon in the agricultural lands is referred to as a topsoil. Most horizons seen in a forest soil is not considered since these are rarely used for agriculture. So, topsoil herbivores most of microorganisms permitting organic matter decomposition of roots and the profile rate in the topsoil. Most of the biological activity remains it's a big in the top soil since many agriculture crops including cereals and the vegetables are rooted. These crops depend on the quality of the topsoil in the terms of the capacity to supply nutrient and water. This is one of the major reason of the collecting and the analyzing the surface soil and the soil testing. So the subsoil are the country refers to the B horizon in the soil. The horizon is characterized by the accumulated materials from A and E horizon and are often rich in the clay and the process more cation exchange capacity ECE. Since the biological activity gradually decreased on the soil depth, the organic matter and the nitrogen contents usually exhibit the decreasing trends in the subsoil. It may be denoted denoted um, that although shallow or rooted plants depending heavily on the topsoil are perennial crops often survival because of the nutrient and moisture retained in the subsoil. Beside the soil is a dynamic entity and in the connecting with the topsoil properties which are often controlled by the subsoil and vice versa. The soil component, solid, liquid, and gases are especially arranged to form a soil body which differentiate into distinct layers known as a soil horizon. Um, Soil horizon or a soil profile is a vertical section where is individual layers within the soil profile called a horizon. So, a profile is an historic record of the farming factor and process which keeps in the snapshots of the soil development. It forms a unit of a study in a pedagogical investigation and in an important tools for the soil classification. Addition Designation for a horizon affected by the pathogenesis and they are not affected by a pathogenesis. Soil horizon are the two types, genetic horizon and diagnostic horizon. So discussed in the section is restricted to the genetic horizon. The designations of a genetic horizon OAE etc. only express the qualitative judgment about the changes that have taken place in the soil material, whereas diagnostic horizon, molic, ambric, and orchic, etc. The quantitatively defined features that are used are differentiated between the different categories of soil taxonomy. So, genetic horizon can be broadly classified into three categories: master horizons and transitional horizon and combination horizon and sub alternate districts within a master horizons. Master horizon capital letters are used to represent master horizon, which is already we discussed about it. Transitional and combinations of soil horizons dominated by a properties of one master horizon having a subordinate properties. Other example A, B, E, P, B, E, etc. is called a transitional horizon. As a characteristics of both A and B horizon, but is the more like a horizon than a B horizon. Combination horizon is compressed of two distinct part of that have recognized properties of the two uh, kinds of master horizon. Example A, B, B, E, B, C, etc. The first symbol indicates a horizon with the greater volume and the another. Classification of some pathogenic process, soil forming process, and classification of the pathogenic process or pathogenic process of simply a recognition and a rearrangement of the minerals and the organic and constituents into a different layer under the influence of the various pathogenic factors. They can be broadly classified into two groups. First means a fundamental pathogenic process, and the second one is Uh, Specific pathogenic process. So fundamental pathogenic process are humidification, elevation, and elevation. Elevation also called the immigrations and immigration. So uh, this process are found in the all soil operating stimulation. The humidification it is the process of transformation of a raw organic matter into a humus. When a raw organic matter materials are added in the soil, their decomposition by a various organism procedure sample organic acid for the bacteria and a polymerization of this organic acid produce a dark brown colloidal substance and resistance to microbial attack called the whole process may take about decade and pop matter. Alleviation, a process of removal, washout soil or the soil constitutes in a suspension of the result or a solution by the percolating water flow water from the upper to a lower layer, resulting a texture difference with the leads to a horizon differentiation or development of soil. Order of mobility of an organic soil constituents when expressed relatively to chloride taken as a 100 ratio so for sulfate to 57.1, calcium 3.0, sodium is a 2.40, and magnesium is a 1.30. So elevations are process of a deposition of the simpler soil constitutes a removal from upper layers alluvial horizon into the lower layer zones of accumulation is termed as elevation. The horizon formed by this process is termed as alluvial horizon, B horizon especially. Uh, BD. A specific pathogenic process. The fundamental pathogenic process collectivity leads to the formation of the number of soils that are found on the surface of the earth. These processes provide a skeleton for the operation for a specific pathogenic process and a fundamental process is the pattern of deposition. In a fundamental process, if the pattern of deposition or a removal of the solid is a specific, then these are kept under a specific pathogenic process. A specific pathogenic process can be categorized into two groups, zonal groups and interzonal groups. Zonal groups in the soil forming process that are acting under a prevailing condition of climate and biosphere active factor. It's a zonal soil forming. So calcification first one the process of the aridity of the arid climate process of the precipitation and the accumulation of calcium carbonate after a mobilization upper layer soil layer is some parts of the profile. Classification result in the formation of the calcic horizon. It can be represented mm, like reaction H2O plus carbon dioxide is equal to CO2. Calcium compounds mobilized by the acidification of water are kept in solution as long as the supply of the carbon dioxide is maintained up to a critical level. Below this level, the carbonates are the precipitated as a white powder. fillings in the soil coats and layer on the soil matrix in the converted into uh, an influenced by having a hard spine and nodules of the calcium carbonate and decalcification, reverse of calcification, that is the process of a removal of the calcium carbonate or the calcium ions from the soil by a leaching pedolization. The term pedozole is derived from the Russian word bod, means under Jola, means as like true pedozole are not found in India except from the reports of the pedozole like soil, the pseudo-pedozoles from high altitude areas of the Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, and eastern and northeastern states. Pedozolination is a process of acid hydrolysis. Favorable factors, climate, cold, humid vegetation, acid nature of the environment area, sandy, siliceous, high rainfall coupled with the sandy parent area, favorable um, intense leaching basic proteins like sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium released during a weather leach out the profile. The pH of a soil remains below 5.0 due to the leaching basis under a acidic environment that cold climate polymerization of a simple organic acid is a very slow due to soil development. It forms a unit of study in biological investigations and is an important forest. So, before starting soil profile, we talk we talk about biology and anatomy. Study of soil classification, morphology, um, genesis, mapping, survey, that is called the soil calculation. And the pedology concept included a land and soil pattern. Pattern means the term pattern has been proposed as on a basic soil entity. It is a part of the continuum managed overland or surface. The smallest volume that can be classified as phosphide. It is a very similar to cervical, but is there three-dimensional. What is the three-dimensional? The shape of the pattern is roughly hexagonal. Its areas range of 1 to 10 meter square, depending upon our soil variability. So, soil individual or a polypedon. Soil individual is a collection of similar types of pedon bonded on the all sides by a knot, not soil materials or a pedons of unlike characteristics. The minimum areas of polypedon is more than 1 kilometer per inward, 1 kilometer and the unsatisfied maximum level. So now degenerations of the horizon affected by the pathogenesis and layers not affected by a pathogenesis. A soil rule includes the six soil rules includes serving as foundations, emitting and absorbing gases, providing habits, interacting with the water, recycling nutrients, and supporting human activity. Uh, Soil horizons are of two types, genetic horizons and diagnostic horizons. Discussion in these slides is restricted to the genetic reason or the designations of the genetic reason OAE, etc. Only explains on the qualitative judgment uh, about the change that have taken place in the soil materials. Diagnostic horizon. Diagnostic horizon it means symbolic, empiric, and object, etc. Are the quantitatively defined features that are used to differentiate between the different categories of a soil lexicon. Genetic origin can be broadly classified into three categories: master origin, transitional and combination origin, and sub-bounded distinction with the master origin. Repeatedly, the genetic origin can be broadly classified into three categories: master origin, transitional and combination origin, and subordinate 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 distinction within the master origin. First one are master origin. Master origin, the capital letters are used O A O A E B C R. Letter on a soil surface down and a G L and origin of it is when O uniform are A clear genetic without complete at any depth below the surface. It is buried at a horizon formed below soil, or it may be uh, any depth below the surface if it buried a horizon formed by elevation of organic materials into a mineral subsoil is not a horizon or it is a horizon that have found in this land a considerable amount of water. A horizon, mineral horizon, that has formed at the surface or below an O-horizon. This is horizon shows the accumulation of humidified organic matter closely mixed with the mineral fixation or properties resulting from a cultivation and washing and the similarly kinds of the distributions percent Ammonium and alluvial deposits are not considered to be a ehorizon unless already. E-horizon, mineral horizon, in which the main feature is the loss of uh, the loss of silicate clay, iron, and aluminium. Some combination of this leaving behind the concentration of sand and silt particles. An e-horizon is the most commonly differentiated from an underlying p-horizon by a color of high value uh, or a lower chroma. Both by a core. coarser texture or a combination of these properties. This horizon is a lighter in a color and has less organic matter. Then e-horizon is a horizon also called e-horizon is a equation horizon. E-horizon that has formed below an APO horizon. This shows pattern or under artificial characteristics like accumulation of the clay humus, iron, and the carbons. Gypsums, strongly gelling, olive models and the alterations associated with the formation of the granule block link prismatic structure. This horizon can be generally considered as a layer of the accumulation or the deviation horizon. C horizon or a layer. C horizon is ideally represented the parent table form, which the soil above the ground. Since many soil are transported by the water and ice, the soil may not have a simple parental legacy. With the horizons above, our layer, our layer strongly cemented to indurates bedrocks such as granite, basalt, and quartz, limestone, and sandstone. L horizon or layer, it is includes both organic and mineral limit materials that are deposited in the water by a precipitation or through the action of the alveolar patterns. Roots, crop genesis are of the sedimentary bed. Patterns are on a board. These layers are found on the architecture and root limiting subsoil layers consisting of layers continuous horizontally oriented human manufacturing materials. Example of the material taken and the geotextile liner, rubber and the plastic. W layer. This symbol indicates a water layer within or within the soil. A water layer is designated for the avoid if the molecule is permanently frozen. The W in the lab designation is not used for the waterized or a water soils. Second one is the additional and the combination reason. Reason forming by the properties of one master reason, but having the subordinate properties of another. A, B, to B, and it is called the transitional comparison. For example, B to the reason. As a characteristics of the both A and B horizon is more like for the E horizon and B horizon. Combination horizon is a composed of the two distinct or that have the recognizable properties of the kinds of master horizon. A, B, B, and B, C, etc. First symbol indicates horizon and with the better following than another. Subordinate distinguished between master horizon and the lowercase letter are used as a suffix to designate specific lines of the master horizon lines. The term accumulation is used is many of the definition of such reason indicates that the schools must contain more optimal discussion than is atheism to have been present in the such symbols and their meaning like A means I competition or in materials B means genetic process, C means calculations or derivations, D means distinctions, E means all behavior and the intermediate addition. F means a person or F double F means a die from of H means a strongly written, H means a information sex website, I means a site and position of genocides and double G means evidence of the prior tolerance, K means accumulation of arguments, I means communication and incurations, N means accumulation of serving, P means a village of many students, and Q means accumulation of R means welcome. Now the soft backbox S means individual accumulation of the success and the audience matter. S means appearance of the Cygnus sites and the T means accumulation of the statements and the corresponding characteristics by its accumulation of Jackson with German accumulation of the secondary this but one more distance between master producer and players as Swanson based 2014 is on soil taxonomy. Soil farming factors of additional factors as well as a product of the combination of the emissions of the soil farming factors and the soil farming process. Soil farming factors include the properties of the soil for direct variations in within that the various different which are expressed from the stimulation to form the soil data which they 1889 was the first to show that soil farming bonds and the find the fact among the youngest and the surface that they develop the distinct horizons and the impacts apparent material farming and organs, which he put as a as study at the transparent as organs. That letter on the gel in the 1941 added two more factors to the analyze. Start in his study on all the five common factors at mostly at on the point of the surface. It means line biosphere relief of the materials. These are further classified into two groups: active and issues of forming factors given by G.T. Joseph 1949. It may be represented like S is equal to F to CA bias and I bias and these are bias all the and soil active factors like chemical hormone changing the cause of basic temperature in the initial stages of the example of the climate or bias. PC additional factor provide a solving condition on mass or protein skeleton which serve as a base on the which active soil forming factors for the development of soil is due to course of time. Example of parent material or time. A brief, uh, a brief description of the effect of the soil forming factors on the soil characteristics as under the soil forming factors and their description based on the climate, precipitation, and the temperature. Description perhaps the most influential factor in the soil development and the soil formation related various like water and pH, how is in the decomposition and manipulation of the percolation water acts as conveyor belt to carry solid material over that this material are deposited at the various factors according to the soil. Indirectly, it extracts the increased weather flora and provides supply energy in the form of rainfall. Rainfall is a more significant climatic element of the nature of the soil and very climate formation of the plants. Cold or humid climate formation of follows also. Warm and humid climate formation are very laterite and laterite soil. Temperature is a second important factor of the climate. It is influence of chemical reactions involved in a soil formation. According to Von Horsburgh, with every 10 degrees centigrade rise in the temperature, the speed of chemical reactions increases by the factor of 2 or 3. Their process applies to working minerals which release soluble components and thus helping soil development. For example, warm and humid climate of tropic region, weathering rocks form of features 30 to 40 meters. Cold temperature region weathering of rocks from a few centimeters 1 meter. Cold and humid is a rate of organic matter decay very slow. An arid region low content of organic matter in nitrogen and clay is organic soil. Biosphere and flora and fauna. Vegetation is an active factor of soil formation which constitutes certain components of the soil. Organic matter it is the source of the food for the soil or organisms and it is one of the most important indicators of the soil. The composition of organic matter is organic acid which help in the breakdown of the molecule present in the present of resulting in the release of the essential content. It also improves the soil properties by way of the cooling water and cooling density. Colloidal properties of the soil are anti-erosion tendency of the crust formation and soil erosion by a wave and water. Microorganisms such as rodents, moles, snails, earthworms, termites, millipedes, centipedes, etc. owing to their burrowing habits causes erosion of the soil materials. While doing so, they live bitter the differentiation of the soil origin and con- consequence related to the process of the soil. Like microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, microbes, protozoa, and nematodes habit in a large number of soil and play an important role in the decomposition of soil. For magnetic injuries, it also helps the decomposition level and the production of organic acid. Rapid decomposition of